bum.
What's up?
Nothing. Okay, so I literally ate earlier. Like it was so funny. Like I woke up fairly early, around like 8:30 in the morning, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym." Yeah, I've been waking up early. I've been on like a new routine. So and then so like I drank my pre-workout. I was like, I'm gonna go work out real quick, and I literally drank it, and then I put on the final 4 episodes of the Clone Wars. And I ended up just watching that instead.
Just the final 4? I actually got on TikTok, this guy, he wasn't really arguing with me. I've only seen Clone Wars once, but one of my reels that I made with them not knowing Palpatine or not seeing him or whatever, he's like, well, in Clone Wars or season 6, episode 13, Yoda knows it's Palpatine. And I'm like, pretty sure he doesn't know it's Palpatine.
Yeah.
So I watched it because I was trying to prove this guy wrong. And I did, but he was not backing down. I'm like, he's like, well, he knows he's Darth Sidious. I'm like, yeah. He knows the name, doesn't know it's Palpatine, though, because then that doesn't make any sense with Revenge of the Sith at all. But I left it alone. Yeah. I was good. He's like, I'm just,
so
really into Clone Wars.
Nerd. Freaking nerd. So I literally did that, and then I was like, well, I'm hungry, so I should eat. So then I ate, and then I was chilling for a little bit, and then I put on what did I end up watching afterwards? I ended up putting on Deadpool.
Classic.
And then I ate one more time and I fell asleep. And Shocker. I was like, crap. So I woke up around like probably like 2:30, and because I was just like, the house was like warm, but it wasn't warm, and it was cold, but it wasn't cold. It was like that perfect storm. And then for some reason, like it was already cloudy in the living room, so I had just fallen asleep on the couch.
You sound like Goldilocks.
So I woke up, and then I had a little bit.
Wasn't too warm, wasn't too cold, just perfect.
Yeah. I had like a little bit more pre-workout and a pump formula, and then I went to the gym.
All caffeinated out.
Mm-hmm. I had a good back workout though.
I did back today too.
So I've really been liking those lying down dumbbell rows.
Lying down.
I posted them the other day. Yeah, I posted them the other day.
Yeah.
I think last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so I literally have been just doing those, and they make my back so sore. Because I've been trying to avoid any like bent over movements for right now. Just because I don't want to feel compromised. I want to like strengthen my core a little bit more before I start doing any T-bar row or anything. Smart. But I also want to concentrate on the density of my back. So yeah. So I've just been doing those lying down rows, and today I hit the 80s, 75, 80s.
We get more range of motion too.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because like the bench is high enough to where you can get full range of motion and really just dig. So I use those for my heavy compound movement for the dense thickness, of the back, and then I go to the seated hammer, and then I crank out a bunch of sets of those, and I've been liking it.
Good. I haven't done those.
Yeah. How was your workout?
It was good. Yeah, it was actually really good today. Yeah.
Good. How'd Freya do with the bone?
Oh, super good. I got 40 minutes of walking in. And then the second time she had only this much of it left. And so I went to walk again. And it was like 10 minutes in, this old guy came in and he needed some help with some machine. So I helped him. By the time I got back to the treadmill, she'd eaten it and she was like, yeah, we're done. But I was like, we got one walk in. Good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. What's your thought on people that do the 75 hard but still continue to drink alcohol?
They're not doing it right, and they're cheaters. What's the point of doing it? Don't say you're gonna do 75 hard if you're not gonna actually do the whole thing. Or they do the, what is it?
Yeah, I've
Soft.
seen a couple.
75 soft. That's what people call it.
75. Yeah.
And they pick and choose which ones they want to do. But I'm like, the whole point of it is to be hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, like the whole point is to like challenge yourself and see if you have the willpower to actually stick with something.
Exactly. Hey, look at your haircut.
I don't look like a furball this week. Yeah. I went somewhere else this week.
Ooh, cheater.
Yeah. Dude, he was gone for like a week and a half. I had no choice. I couldn't look like a scrub no more.
Where'd you go? Do I know?
No.
Oh, okay, then I don't care.
Yeah. But they did a good job.
Good. Yeah, it does look nice.
Yeah, they did a good job though. So, yeah. Did you have a good week though?
Yeah. Hasn't been too bad.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
What about you?
Mine too.
Anything
I feel like
fun?
the weeks have just been flying. No, I feel like the weeks have been flying by. Like we have like concert after concert booked at work, so it's just like every weekend is just steady. So I'm always constantly doing something, and then I'm trying to like hire a bunch of more people. So it's like I'm on the phone all day long, like with potential applicants, like interviewing them over the phone, and then trying to set up a date to like get them in. So it's been a pretty busy week.
I mean, busy's
So
good, but it does get draining.
yeah, yeah, it does. And then like I got to sit around and just eat a bunch of new food that we're gonna unveil for this new restaurant. So I sat for like 2 hours just eating
Taste
like
testing.
16 different courses.
Oh my god. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I was like, I don't use a lot of salt in my food, so my sodium levels the next day were high.
Oh, I'm
I was
sure.
like, man. So
Yeah, we
that's good.
decided
Did you think
for,
about your
huh?
sorry, go ahead.
I was saying that we actually ended up buying plane tickets to Disney World instead of driving. Today, Randall sent me the tickets, and it would have been with the rental and the tickets. It'd been the same amount of us driving down there. And I was like, I told you I wanted to fly, but
Yeah.
you want to drive. But he's like, well, it's a 2-hour flight or it's a 13-hour drive. And I'm like, yeah. So
2 hour flight. 2 hour flight.
yeah. So I was like,
13-hour flight. I mean 13-hour drive.
drive.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I know
Yeah.
I hella want to go back to San Diego, and it's like a 10-hour drive. And I'm like, damn, I hella want to go. And then I'm just like, do I really want to drive all that way?
I didn't realize it was that far of a drive. Well, no, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you can make it from here to LA in 6 hours, and then it's another 4 hours to get through LA to get into San Diego.
Yeah, true. All the
Like
traffic and stuff.
you have to like, yeah, you have to like time it perfect. So generally what I do is I leave at like 11 o'clock at night. So then I'm getting
Smart.
into like LA around like, yeah. So, but yeah, the traffic sucks.
And so we
So,
don't know what the traffic's like
I mean,
driving from here to Florida. So it's like, we have no idea,
yeah. And you don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Mm-hmm. And it's like we would be coming home on
So, is
Monday
it,
at 6 at night. And then Randall's got to get up early and drive Tuesday. So he's like, I'd rather fly home, get home at 10 in the morning. I was like, yeah, it's better.
and then have all day.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's good. That's good. What'd you have in the dog bowls last night that looked like mushrooms?
Okay, mushrooms. They
Yeah.
had some, I forget what the treats are, but there's little meat treat things. They had beef, heart, rice, whipped cream. I think that's it. Look like mushrooms.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe it was the beef
the
farts.
mushrooms. No, the mushrooms were the treat. It's like a dehydrated beef something or other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next I still have the picture. Yeah,
Good, good.
spoiled.
Boiled rotten. Oh man. Um, did you think of your 5 favorite movies besides Marvel, DC, or Star Wars?
So I thought of 10.
Thought of 10.
I couldn't narrow it down to 5. I could honestly do top 20. I won't go in depth for all of them. I'll just name off the last 5, but it was really hard. It was
Okay.
easy, but it was
You want to
hard.
do so the 10 through 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Do you want to do those ones real quick and not talk about them?
Yeah. So these are in no particular order, but there's 10
Okay.
through, or 6 through 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10. Okay. Do you want me to just go? Name them all off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Heathers from the 80s with Winona Ryder and Christian Slater. Princess Bride, classic, duh. Beetlejuice, classic. Goonies, classic. And Crybaby. Those were my ones I had to have on there.
All I heard was Crybaby, Heather, and did you say Beetlejuice?
Yeah, Beetlejuice, Princess Bride, and Goonies.
Oh, Goonies.
Yeah.
I didn't think of Goonies. All right. So what's your number 5?
Number 5, Treasure Planet. Have you seen that?
What?
Treasure Planet. It's a
Treasure Planet?
it's a cartoon. It's like Treasure Island, but they're in space. So it's like Treasure Island and Star Wars just made a movie. It's so good.
I've never heard of it.
Oh my god.
Never heard of it.
Well, you have to watch it one day. It's your homework.
I'll check it out.
It's on Disney Plus, I think. All right, what's your 5?
Probably won't watch it. I would say mine would be Milo and Otis.
Is that the cat and dog thing?
Yeah, yeah, that movie was dope when I was younger.
What? Really? Huh. That's
Yeah,
funny. I forgot about that movie.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
got the little
I used to
orange kitty,
watch it.
right?
I used to watch it. Yeah, and then they grow up on a farm and shit, and then
Yeah.
they fall in a basket and go down the river. Yeah, yeah. I used to watch it all the time when I was younger.
That's hella funny. Oh my gosh. Classic right there.
Yeah.
Okay, my 4
What's your
is
number
Labyrinth.
4?
Labyrinth with David Bowie. I was obsessed with that movie. The goblins scared the
Yeah,
crap out of me though as a kid, but as I got older, I liked them.
yeah. That movie was dope. I would put that in a top 10 for sure. That was good. Um, I remember watching it. I just watched it not too long ago, actually, probably within the last year. Um, but I remember watching it back in the day.
The Labyrinth.
It was always on. Yeah, the Labyrinth's up there with Never Ending Story, and I would say the Princess Bride and stuff like that, top 10 honorable mention.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. My number 4 would be Aliens.
Don't think I've seen that.
You've never seen Aliens
I don't think so.
with Sigourney Weaver?
Uh-uh.
You've had to have seen it. Google it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah. I actually went and seen that in a drive-through and I fell asleep.
I don't.
But I was young. Or a drive-in movie.
It was probably part 3. It was probably part 3 or something. There's a bunch of them, but in particular, I do like the second one. Is one of my favorite movies. I used to just always watch it, and it was just cool because it was like, you know, like the Space Marines fighting all these aliens, and then like that was like around the era that like I collected comics, and I had like a bunch of Alien comics, and then they crossed over with, you know, another movie and stuff, and it was definitely dope. Like I had all the action figures and stuff when I was younger. Um, I really
Nerd.
enjoyed it, and it was funny. It was funny too because my mom one year went to buy me the box set of VHS tapes. This is gonna date our age very much. So at at Blockbuster, she had
Oh man.
pre-ordered the uh, the box set of Alien so that I could have 1, 2, and 3 for my birthday. And when we were there picking it up, they had a bunch of Star Wars action figures, like on a little display case. And instead of getting that, I ended up getting like 4 or 5 Star Wars action figures instead.
Freaking Blockbuster.
I'm like, you know, it's so funny too because like then I sit there and I think about like uh, when people have given me gifts in the past, like I've always been like, yeah, I like it, but I much would have rather had this. And I'm like, man, I have always been this way. Oh man,
Y'all, that's nice,
like I'm
bud.
super grateful for, yeah, like I'm super grateful for the gifts that I get, but it's just like also too like I'm so hard to get gifts
I've
for
learned
that
that real
specific
fast about you.
reason.
That's why you get little things when I do get you gifts.
Yeah. So, what's
What
your
are we on?
number three?
3. Little
Number
Italy
3.
with Hayden Christensen.
Little what?
Little Italy. It's got Hayden Christensen and Emma Roberts.
I don't think I've watched that.
It's so good. I obviously started it because it was on Netflix, and I seen his face, and I was like, I've never seen any other movie other than Star Wars with him in it. I've never really cared, and so I watched it, and it's actually really cute. It's really good, and I think I would like it even
Hmm.
if he wasn't in it. Like I like the storyline. Even Randall really liked it. It's like a romantic comedy. Super good. So you have to watch that too. I'm making a list.
Nice. My number 3 would be Raw. It
I
is
don't.
it's a French movie. Um,
Is it in French?
so it yeah, yeah, it's called Raw, RAW. It's about a girl who's a vegetarian coming of age and like going to like veterinarian school and like realizing that she is a cannibal.
What? That's weird.
Yeah, it yeah, it's super good. Like I've watched it probably like 7 times, and it's only been out for like maybe 4 or 5 years.
Oh my gosh. It's all in subtitles?
Yeah, yeah,
That
but
doesn't
it's
bother me.
dope. It's yeah, it's so
Well, it's like,
funny too because like I literally was just talking about it.
but it's like Pan's Labyrinth. That never bugged me. It's in subtitles. That's a really good movie.
Yeah, I like Pam. Yeah, Pam's Labyrinth's really good too.
Top 11.
All right,
Number
but
dos.
it's
Oh,
definitely
wait.
a good movie. Go ahead.
Is it bloody?
It's not really bloody. I mean, there's like obviously there's going to be a couple blood scenes, but it's more of like like a dramatic thriller. Like, and the
Oh, okay.
twist at the very end, yeah, and like the twist at the very end, you're like, oh shoot, like okay, so
I can do thrillers. Yeah, those aren't too bad.
yeah, too.
My number 2 is The Grinch. The Jim, was it not Jim Carrey? Yeah, it was Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah,
Why am
yeah.
I? Okay. Oh, I was thinking the Cat in the Hat. That's got Mike Myers. Yeah, but The Grinch with Jim Carrey. Love that movie. Obviously, it's like the best Christmas movie ever. Besides the like Rudolph and all that, but
Yeah, that is a good one. I like that.
mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember watching it with the kids when I was younger. Um, I didn't do a couple other honorable mentions before I get to my number two, but a couple of honorable mentions would be there's a movie called The Girl with All the Gifts. Um, these
I might have
two
heard of
movies that
that.
I'm going to say right now, they're both zombie movies, but they have a totally different take on them. So there's one called The Girl with All the Gifts, which is really, really good. I've watched it probably like 5 times. And it's fairly new within like the last like 6 or 7 years. And then there's another one called Cargo that is a zombie movie that happens in like Australia, with like Aborigines. I don't want to butcher the name, but and it's got the guy from The Hobbit, who plays also in Marvel movies.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
And it's called, yeah, and it's called Cargo. Then that's a pretty good one too. And
I never
then
heard of those.
yeah, they're good. They're good movies. I actually just watched a really good movie the other night called The Cursed, which is kind of like another zombie movie where like they're plagued and infected, but then they find like a cure. Oh wait, is it called The Cure? No, it's called The Cured. I'm sorry.
I know
And they
that.
find a cure, so then they start bringing back these people who have like this crazy rage like zombies, back into society, which it's pretty good too. But my number two would be Silver Linings Playlist.
I've never heard of that either.
You've
Huh.
never heard of it?
No.
It it has Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Martin, is that his name, that plays Rocket. It's got Chris
It's
Tucker. It's got Robert De Niro.
actually Silver Linings Playbook. Okay.
What is it?
Silver Linings Playbook.
Playbook, playlist. That's
I
the
know.
Mandela effect.
I know, right?
But yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. It's a really, really good movie.
Oh,
It
I remember seeing stuff for this when it came out, but yeah, I never seen it.
Yeah, I'm
Huh.
pretty sure they won awards for it. But it touches on like mental health and like a bunch of other things, that some people as adults struggle with and stuff like that, and
It's like relatable.
family and yeah, family and family drama and football passion and all kinds of stuff. I really enjoy it. I've watched it a bunch of times. Um, but yeah, that'd be my number two.
I like Jennifer Lawrence a lot, so I'll have to look into that one.
What's your number one?
My number one is Nightmare Before Christmas. That has been my favorite
How do I
movie
know?
since I was like 3. It's the first movie I remember ever watching, and still this day I can recite the whole movie from every line, every song. It never gets old for me. It's a classic.
Yeah, that is a good one. That is good. I've
Yeah, I
watched that a
know.
bunch of times too. Oh yeah. I think NECA put out some pretty good action figures of them not too long ago with some good like articulation and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So, one of my coworkers was Oogie Boogie last Halloween, I think.
that's pretty cool. My friend Chelsea,
So
her kid was Oogie Boogie, but he's like 2, so he just
yeah,
looks like a little bag.
yeah. I would say my number one is Conan the Barbarian.
That's very fitting for sure. I don't think I've ever seen that movie,
Like,
but
man,
I know what you're talking about.
what? Yeah, the Barbarian, the Destroyer, like I was so hurt when they put Jason Momoa as Conan in the reboot, and I'm just like, I can't stand Jason Momoa. I think he's a horrible actor.
Oh, I
He
forgot that
has
you
no
thought that.
range, and like he has no range and no depth. Like he's a very one-dimensional actor, and you get the same facial expressions and just overall acting like attitude with any role that he's in, and it's just kind of like, ugh, like
Been
you're
there,
fine
done
as
that.
Khal Drogo, but yeah, and then like even seeing like the trailer for like Fast X, and he's like trying to be like this macho mercenary that's trying to kill their family and steal Dom's son, but then also trying to make jokes that are kind of stupid in ridiculous outfits. I'm just like, yeah, just another thing to add to me not liking him as an actor. Like, I don't know.
Just one of those
So,
people.
but yeah, I did. Yeah, literally, I'm just like, I don't like. I do though. Like that movie was like, it was cool. Like it had, all kinds of stuff inside of it, and just the snakes, and then it had, James Earl Jones, and just I love swords. I always have. Like I've always been fascinated with swords, and um, just that like medieval barbarian lifestyle. I've always liked it ever since I was a little kid. So I would just watch it all the time. And then like I remember like my uncle Ronnie making me a Conan sword out of like a 2x4, and like carved it like with a knife, and just did like all the designs of it. And I used to just be this little kid, running around in the mountains up above San Diego with my wooden sword and
Just
my wooden knife, just yeah, literally like beating trees and bushes up and stuff.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
yeah, it was cool.
Being a kid.
It heavily influenced. Yeah, it heavily influenced me being out in the dirt.
Yeah, that was an old movie.
So yeah, I think it came out like when I was like born. So, or maybe it was a little bit later, like 86, maybe, I don't know, 87.
I think it was like 82 that I
So
saw.
yeah,
Yeah, 82.
so yeah.
It's got
You don't
Arnold.
have like a favorite. You don't have like a favorite horror movie since you're a chicken.
Monster House. That's
Get off my lawn. Oh man, that's
as
so
scary as I
funny.
get.
I used to watch this movie called Nightbreed when I was younger. That was pretty good. Now that I watch it now, it's like total cornball movie. And then I remember watching this movie called The People Under the Stairs. That movie was a trip.
That just sounds
Um,
horrible.
it, yeah, it's called The People Under the Stairs. I don't want to ruin it, but you'll probably never watch
I was
it.
like, I'm gonna watch
But
it.
it was basically, it was like this family that like adopts kids, and then like ends up like, if they're bad and they're not, if they're not good, they put them under the house, and they're just like a bunch of kids like underneath the house. And like one of them, they cut his tongue off so he can't talk, and then
See,
there's this girl that's living there, and they're like in between the walls, and they're trying to like rescue her and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
that would have scared the crap
um
out of me, especially being adopted.
yeah, yeah.
That's like
uh
that. Have you seen
it's
Shrooms?
cool.
That movie?
No,
That movie scared the crap out of me. It's basically they all go. I think they're like in
I haven't
Ireland
seen
or
that.
something, and they're all out, doing shrooms. But this girl goes out in the woods and she eats like a black shroom, and then they think this person's coming after them. It's like a crazy looking monster, and it's killing all of them, but it's really her. Scared the crap out of me. Never done shrooms
Yeah.
because of it.
Another good movie. Yeah. Another good movie is Apostle.
I've heard of that one. I don't
It's a
think I've
it's
seen it.
it's a fairly new movie. It's pretty cool. It's called Apostle. Um, that movie's dope. And then
Hmm.
hmm, there was another one too, about a group of friends that go backpacking, and then they get like lost in this wood in like the Netherlands. damn, I forgot. Oh, The Ritual. It's called The Ritual. That's a dope movie too.
Do people die in that? Guarantee they do.
Yeah, yeah, it's really really good. Man, what was this other movie? I used to watch this other movie that like used to freak me out, and I would watch it all the time, and it was scary as crap to me. Man, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it, but I remember like going to like one of the local video stores, and I had the dude buy it for me because I was like, oh, I loved this movie when I was younger, and it used to scare me. And then I bought it, and I watched it, and I was like, this movie is so dumb. It's ridiculously dumb. And
That's
there
how I
was
feel
like this
about.
like old. Go ahead.
That's how I feel about the original It. Scared me as a kid. Watching it as an adult, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like literally sitting there and I'm like watching it because there used to be like it would freak me out. There was like this like creepy old man on like a bike. I remember, and like then I watched it, and like as an adult I'm watching it and I'm like picking it apart, and it's clearly like a little kid with like a fake like spirits Halloween mask on, and
Yeah.
like the holes of the eyes are like super big, so it's like, and it's loose, so when he's riding it's like flapping and you can see the eye underneath, and I'm like, why did I think this was scary when I was younger? I was like, oh man, I can't
Imagination.
remember the name of the movie for me. Yeah, yeah. So
You know, it's been a good. It's not a movie. It's a show, but we just started it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Carnival Row. It's got Orlando Bloom in it. I think the first season came out in 2019, and then they just released the second
I seen
season.
the preview.
It's
Yeah, I
so
seen the
good.
preview.
We're only like 3 episodes in.
Hmm,
It's so good. You have to check it
that's
out for
cool.
sure. Lots of
I will.
drama, lots
I'll
of
give it a gander.
killing.
I've been thinking about watching Peaky Blinders.
I have been too. I've been looking at it. I'm like, I should start that.
Oh, yeah, that's what I've been thinking of. So I was like, maybe I will. I don't know yet,
I heard it was really good.
but yeah, so did I. So did I. I'm like, I can't just continue to just like watch the same stuff over again. But then
That's
again,
where
too,
I've
like
been.
I don't have a yeah, I don't have a lot of time though. So it's just like if I do, like even now, like so, like how I was saying like a couple episodes back, how I was watching The Witcher and I'm confused because I was just like, wait, what's going on, you know? And then so I'm like, I'm gonna go back an episode and continue to watch it, but I've sorry. I've tried to do it twice now, and each time I'm just getting distracted, or I have something to do, or I'm like, you know what? Like, it's really late. Like, I shouldn't stay up. Like, I'm not trying to like stay up any later than like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night now, and I'm trying to get
Yeah.
up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, get myself back on like that routine. So that's when I would have my free time to watch TV. So now I'm just kind of like meh.
That's how I am though. Because I'm like,
So
I don't want to start a
I don't
show
know
if
what
I'm
I'm gonna
not going to
start.
be invested. Or like even at work, I'll watch some episodes, but then I'm like getting distracted or like people talking to me. And so I'm like, I don't want to start a show.
Yeah,
So I just rewatch the same ones.
yeah. Uh, Yeah. And then also too, like, I don't know, I've been having great workouts, like phenomenal workouts. And then like finally now that like I'm starting to lean out, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with like I don't have like as much like bloating and discomfort as I have like in the last 2 years. Like it's really subsided. Uh and just like I'm sleeping better. So I'm just kind of like prioritizing working out now. So it's just like I'm not gonna stay up late. Like I know like once like Ahsoka comes out, like I'll end up watching it that Tuesday night when I get off
Yeah.
of work. Like I'll stay up late and watch it. Just because I don't like getting on my phone the next day and having spoilers.
Mm-hmm. The worst.
But even yeah, but even with that though, I'm gonna just make sure that I like am still going to sleep on time. So
Good. Look at you.
I'm a real adult.
Right? You're getting good sleep. Everybody needs good sleep.
I have been. Yeah, I have been. So the only day that like I don't get good sleep is like the Saturdays that we have like events because I get off late and then I have to get up early to go back to work the next day. So
Yeah. That's not too bad, though. One day out of the week.
yeah, yeah. And then with football starting this week, I'm just like, oh man. So
That's like the guy that I work for. He was saying his girlfriend owns a bar. And so he's like, she's looking for bartenders on Thursday night because football, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, do you want me to come into work on Friday for you? Or do you want me to work for her and not come in on Friday? Because no.
yeah,
Who do you think you are?
you're like, yeah, you're like, so you want me to work from 8 in the morning till 4, and then go back to the bar and work till 2?
And
So
then come back? No,
although you'd
thanks.
probably, yeah, you'd probably make good money.
That's what he said. It's like, probably make some good money. I'm like, yeah, well,
Yeah,
I also still want to be able to work out in the morning and, do all that stuff. So, no, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. And what they just need help on Thursdays or
I guess
what
he
days?
just says Thursdays are the busiest. So,
Yeah. Well, and it's like it sucks too because like so I remember like back in the day like I've never been like a huge football fan. Like I'm not very like in key with sports besides like MMA. Like I love the UFC, but even that I really don't watch it that much anymore. Sorry. Starting to finally come down from the pre-workout. But I remember like when you back in the day, like when I'd watch football, you would just turn on the TV and go to CBS or like, Fox or whatever. And now like Thursday night games are on Prime. So you have to have an Amazon Prime account to watch Thursday night football.
of course.
Like it's not even shown on normal TV anymore because we ran into that challenge at work one day where it was just like, "Oh, cool. All the games are on Prime now." And then now YouTube owns the rights for all the Sunday games. So you have to have YouTube Plus to watch the Sunday night football or
I
have
mean,
the NFL package, which is like $500 at this point.
God. But I mean, I guess they learned how to make
Yeah.
money. It's wild.
Yeah, but I was just like, I'm like, YouTube has a live platform now for you to watch TV. I'm like, how many like casual fans are you gonna lose in viewings by having it on a limited platform?
Mm-hmm. They probably figured people
You
that
know what I
really want
mean?
it, they're going to just pay it, which some people will, but
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Yeah, but with like all that stuff, like advertisers pay for views and stuff. So like if you're cutting off the amount of people that can view it by putting it on this platform that nobody has, like how are you benefiting from that? I don't know, I just didn't understand it.
Yeah, a lot of it doesn't make sense. They're just like, let's just get everyone's
Yeah.
money. Let's figure out how to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. But whatever, we're going into football season.
Yay.
All right. Um but yeah. So I'm really debating on selling some of my Star Wars stuff.
I feel like you're always debating.
I know. I've been So, and like me, I've said this for years, but I seriously am like, because just as there's like so many themes that I have, and I'm just like, I should sell some of these, like, oh, especially like a lot of the bigger ships that I have, like the Republic gunship. I'm like, I have four of them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to sell a couple of those.
So I'm like, maybe I should sell these. I have 4 of them. You know, and
Come
it
on.
was so funny too. So, so I know it was like, so my girl, we were sitting here the other night, before bed, and like, I had a pair of shorts, my Flag Nor Fail, camo shorts. And I asked her, I was like, can you sew these up for me? And I was like, cause like I ripped them when I was squatting. Um, and then I was like, or do you think that I couldn't, you think they're not salvageable? And she's like, I don't know. Like, they're kind of small now. Like, like, I'm like, you think I should just get rid of them? She's like, you might need to get rid of them. And I was like, but they're like a favorite pair of my shorts and they don't make them no more. Um,
Ooh.
and I go, yeah. So I go, and I told her, I said, this is why, like, when I buy clothes like this, I want to buy 2 of them. I was like, that way I can keep one in the package, and then I can wear one. And then once that one gets faded or it gets ripped by chance, I can eventually get rid of it. And then I have another one just like it. And she goes, Manuel, she goes, that's called being a hoarder.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, it's smart, but little on the hoarding side.
And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is the only clothing brand that I wear. I was like, and it's limited. So once I buy it, chances are they're not going to have it again. And she's like, no. She's like, babe, that's hoarding. And I'm like, it's just buying 2 of the same thing. Like, I can use it later on. And then she looks over in the corner and she points to like a bunch of the ships that are, all stacked up on top of each other, and she goes, what are those? And I was like, they're a bunch of Star Wars ships.
They're a
Why? And she's
limited
like, why
edition.
are they all she's like, why are they all the same? And I was like, all right, fair point, fair point. I was like, I get it, I understand.
Y'all, because one I'm gonna take
Because
out of
I
the
did.
box, one in case of damage, one stays in the box, and one just for safe measures.
Yeah. Well, and like and that's kind of like how I approached it, because like there's a lot of people that are like that their hobby is collecting action figures and stuff, and I've always had the approach of like, if you can't afford to buy 2 of them, then you shouldn't be buying it for your collection, and that's how I've like always approached it. Like, if I can't afford to buy 2 of these, then I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah,
And I think that's why I have a lot of doubles. So,
because you're a Virgo. We do weird
but
things.
I know.
Got weird little
So, but I have
things
been
about us.
good though, and I have passed up on quite a few different things that I've seen at the store lately. Like stuff that I
Look
wanted, I was
at
like, no, I'm
you.
not going to get those. And then like even pre-orders, I was just talking to a Venomous um, uh, last night, because I asked him, I was like, did you pre-order the Fangor? And he was like, no. And he's like, did you get him? And I was like, yeah, I got him, because I'm like, I know if I didn't get him, I'd regret it. But also too, like, he didn't order the Grizzlor when it came out on Mattel Creations, and now he's regretting it. And I was like, this is why I got it, for that specific reason. So
Y'all
I'm really
see?
limiting yeah, like I'm really limiting what I get, and I'm only getting what I really want. So,
That's smart. So I've kind of been doing the same thing, because I've noticed.
yeah.
Because I was like, I don't really collect anything anymore, like I did when I was younger, but now as an adult, like, no, I have a t-shirt problem. That's what I collect. I like to collect different t-shirts. Lately they've been Star Wars, but
You
even
do
like
have a lot of
these ones,
shirts.
like this was a limited thing, like my Rocky Horror Picture Show one, and I needed it immediately. But I've been doing really good. People have been dropping really cute shirts, and I'm like, nope, nope. I did buy a Chopper shirt, but that one was limited, and it was on sale. So
Yeah.
that's all I bought.
Yeah. At least you can wear your hobby and it just doesn't sit in a
True.
plastic tote in your closet.
That is true.
So, I
I do
think
have quite a bunch.
tomorrow, just for fun, since I don't have to work, I'm going to set all of my stuff up on my couch. Like, I'm going to do like all of the ships, and then I'm going to do all of the action figures. and I'm gonna make a reel out of it when it's that one where it's like, some people say I'm obsessed, but I'm
Yeah.
not obsessed. I'm okay, or whatever it is, you know.
And then here's all my
So
toys.
So I don't know. But then again, too, also, I'm like, do I really want to pull all of this stuff out? Like, do you know how long that would take? Like, so I was thinking about it too, because I'm like, okay, so like when you came over one day and we were just going through boxes of the action figures, we didn't even get through all of the boxes of action figures that I have. And
And
we
I
were
was there
going
for
through stuff
like,
for three
I was
hours.
about to say, I was there for 3 hours and we weren't even like close to
Yeah.
being done.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, do I really want to overwhelm myself by pulling it all out?
Yeah, right. Because you would. You'd start setting things up and be like, I just can't do it. Nope.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm like, if one of those damn cats scratched one of the boxes, I'd have to just,
Gone. Cat is gone.
I'd be like, you're going outside permanently.
Your daughter would come
So,
over, like, where's it all at? They scratched the box, so.
yeah. I was like, they picked it up and scratched it in broad daylight. Oh, that's another good movie. Have you seen The Ringer?
I don't think so. The Ringer. No.
It's with Johnny Knoxville when he rigs the Special Olympics.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
It's hilarious. It's got one of the best improvised lines of any movie ever.
Oh really?
Yes. You probably see it all over your TikTok.
My
So,
Tic Tac.
TikTok. Um, but I think we're gonna end it. We're almost at 50 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I never realized
Wait,
how
hold on.
dark my knuckles are.
I got a sign off thing. Hold on. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Let's see if it works.
Yeah, I'm
May
gonna
the
make.
force be with you.
I like that.